How's it going, guys? In this episode of Cup or Bust, we're taking over as GM of the Nashville Predators. They were actually in the Stanley Cup final just 2 years ago. Top players there, you can see are Pecorine, PK Subban, and Roman Josi. So we got the cover boy on this team as well. One of the best top 4 Ds in the NHL. Very good forward depth, some good prospects. Potentially the best backup in the league, and Saro. So a very good team. As you can see here, 92 overall. They're tied with St. Louis and Winnipeg as the highest rated team in the Central, although we have seen them sim pretty badly in the first year, so definitely probably not going to leave the team as is. Going to make a couple trades, and hopefully that is not the case. Definitely want to be trying to make the playoffs every single year with this team. As always, guys, using the most authentic settings. Game style there, 4-4, injuries off. That way, you know, Rene doesn't go down to Stanley Cup final and just ruin the whole season. Period length, 20 minutes. Authentic cap penalties. We have the franchise mode set to 5. I'm not sure if it affects the AIGM's strategy if they know it's a shorter franchise length. I doubt it, but just in case. Computer trades are on. Difficulty superstar. Draft pick ownership authentic. Salary cap on. Trade difficulty there is hard. Waivers are also on. On top of that, we have our own set of rules. So unlimited free agent signings. The summer's a bit more fun. Max 5 trades per year just to keep it realistic. But CPU offers are a bonus. So if we get a really good offer, it's like made even better essentially. Cannot trade picks past 2021. That way, if we just ruin the team, they do have a chance to rebuild. And then we have to keep at least 4 picks per draft, just to keep it realistic. I don't think a team's ever had like less than 3 at a draft. And right here, guys, look at all the created players. I've actually gotten rid of a few as they were added by EA in the latest roster update. So Bode Wild, Brady Tkachuk, and Quentin Byfield are now in the game for everybody. Curious to see especially how like good Byfield is out of the draft. Brady Tkachuk, they actually gave medium elite, and Bode Wild, they gave medium top 4. So both were kind of a bit higher than I had them. Right here you can see we have Adam Fox. I'll just kind of go through and show you guys every player. Cole Caulfield there. Next up we have Cale Makar. Just going to do this quickly. I've shown it before in the last couple of videos, but in case anyone hasn't seen that. I've actually added a couple new players as well, so I'll show you guys those guys too. Oliver Wahlstrom here, we actually just signed in the Seattle Magicians franchise, so curious to see how well he grows. Quinn Hughes, of course. And then right here's one of the new players, Ryan Poehling. Montreal Canadiens prospect, currently playing in college. 66 overall there, top 6 score potential. Right there's a look at his stats. I just kind of did my best guesstimate, really. Same here goes for Shane Bowers, Colorado Avalanche prospect, currently in the NCAA. I was actually part of the Matt Duchene trade. He's 64 overall, top 6. So I think he went like 3 picks after Poehling. So you can see he's 2 overall below, but with the same potential. And then finally, Krasov here. And this episode, guys, we're unable to win the Stanley Cup in the first 3 years. I know I said I wasn't going to do Hut stuff this year, but I felt it was kind of fitting for Nashville. I have to quick sell PK Subban here. He's actually on my top pair D. Just pulled him to in one of the gold rare sets. Along with PK Subban, I actually have to quick sell another PK Subban. So basically just doubling down here on the Subbans. It's the Hut cover edition one. A couple synergies there. If I quick sell him, can never get that card back. The gold one's, I mean, probably better, but I actually can get him back. So 2 cards on the line there if I'm unable to win the Cup in any of the first 3 years. Alright, guys, starting the franchise here. As you can see, team stats is currently a contender, already a very good team. Could probably not touch it, and there's a chance to win the Cup. Obviously, they'll want to give us a better shot at that. So first line here is Forsberg, Johansson, and Arvidsson. I want to show you one weird thing about Forsberg. I don't know if this was before the update or not, but he's currently considered a power forward. I feel like that's wrong. I'm definitely going to change him to a sniper in this franchise, and then probably permanently afterwards. Smith, Turris, Fiala there, the second line. Hartman, Benino, and Yarncroc the third, with Watson, Season, and Salamaki on the fourth. Defense here, like I was saying, great top 4. We got Josi Subban, that's an insane top pair. Ellis, Ekholm, and then Hamilton Irwin. Honestly, bomb pair's not too bad either. Goalies there, Rene's our starter, Saros backing him up. I was thinking I might try and pick up a winger out of free agency that's a bit higher rate than Salamaki. Throw him in the AHL. Role there is 4th line forward, but could still grow. Speaking of which, Tolvanen's right now in the AHL. Also 77, but his role's a depth forward. Should grow more, I think, if he just put up a bunch of points in the AHL. And he's got Brickley on his right wing, so hopefully that's the case. Gaudreau in the middle. Rest of the AHL team, there really isn't too much going on, unfortunately, in terms of like prospects to look forward to. The top pair in the AHL is not too bad, but they're both veterans. Maybe we can trade them or something. The other 4, pretty average. Goalies, AHL star potential, and then McCullum. So yeah, the AHL team, really not a lot to look forward to other than Tolvanen, but main goal obviously is winning the Stanley Cup, so that's not too big of a deal. Also wanted to show you guys the trade values and everything for this team. We actually have almost 10 million in cap space, which I didn't realize. That's pretty solid. Also 5 roster spots opened up. Obviously Josi, Subban there at the top, Tolvanen, Forsberg, And then in terms of draft picks, we actually have all of our picks, even a second, fourth round pick this year. So it's good they haven't traded away any of these other picks. Definitely can use them and try and boost the team. But like I was saying, right now I actually want to go to free agency. I think Mike Camilleri is available. I feel like he'd be a good addition. Probably replace Salmaki on the fourth line. Maybe even Hartman goes to fourth. He plays third. Again, if we can get him for free, it's like, why not? We'll offer him 1.2. Doesn't look like anyone else is interested, so hopefully he takes that and just a nice little free ad for us. And as you can see here, Camilleri did accept our offers. Like I was saying, I'm going to have him take over for Salmaki's spot. I'll send Salmaki down to the AHL, and I think that just makes our team a bit better. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to make any trades to start the season. We're going to see how it goes. It's not as good as I want it to be. Definitely will shake it up. Alright guys, so I just simmed through October. I don't know what is wrong with Nashville. It's like they're cursed in the first year sim. We're 2-8-1 to start the year. I'm going to go make a trade for the sake of making a trade. Like, this team should be playing better. I don't get it. Alright guys, right now I'm trying to bring back a familiar face in James Neal. For some reason, the Flames have a ton of players on the block. I don't get it. Backlund, Brody, Giordano, Hamonic, James Neal, like half of the team that matters. So Weber's currently AHL, but they want him, I guess, to be a bottom pair guy. Austin Watson, just because he'll get moved down to the AHL, so might as well just get rid of the money. Third round pick next year, second round pick this year. Value's about equal. We'll see what they say. James Neal obviously was on the team. We went to the Stanley Cup final. And trades rejected. Maybe we'll try 2 second round picks. See if they say yes to that. I could like trade Tolvanen. I really want to keep Tolvanen. I think he's going to be a big part of the team next year in year 3. So we'll try 2 seconds here for James Neal. And there we go. Okay, so hopefully he finds the chemistry again with the team. Could be a big ad. And this is what the forward group's looking like now. First line hasn't changed aside from me making Forsberg a sniper. Second line's now Fiala, Turris, Neal. Third is Smith, Bonino, and Yarncroc. And then fourth here is Camilleri, Season, and Hartman. So hopefully adding James Neal can help this team out. Like, they should be playing better. Let's see if they can turn it around. Chicago just offered us Brandon Manning and Kunitz in a 7th for our 3rd and 4th. I feel like they're offering us their extra players that are like not that great, so definitely saying no here. Alright guys, so it's the end of December now. I just don't get it. We're 12, 23, and 4. I'm thinking we're gonna have to make a couple big changes. I'm probably gonna wait till the deadline, because that's usually when players are easier to get. Teams that are out of the playoffs, you know, have guys on the block, stuff like that. Definitely gotta make a couple of bigger trades. Adding James Neal, I guess apparently, you know, wasn't enough. Calgary just made us an offer for Leak for a 3rd and a 4th. I feel like for Leak's definitely overpaid, and considering how bad we're doing, we could use the draft picks. And Detroit just made us an offer, Nyquist, Vanek, and a 5th for our 1st and a 3rd. If we were contending for a playoff spot, this might not be too bad of an offer, but obviously that's not the case. You can see there, we're still pretty bad. And we're now at the trade deadline here, guys. Record of 24, 35, and 5. It just makes no sense to me. Honestly, can't even wrap my head around it. Last place there in the Central. Maybe it's because we're in such a tough division. I don't know. But we're last by quite a bit. Forsberg there, leading scorer, 46 points in 64 games. So again, I'm going to make a couple shakeups here at the deadline, or at least try to. If not, definitely over the summer. Need to try and acquire some picks. Maybe we can get lucky at the draft, but not exactly where I expect it to be. Like, team status champion makes no sense. Like I was saying, guys, we need to do a shakeups. Try to make a big trade here with Arizona for Alex Galchenyuk, making just under $5 million. 25 years old, 84 overall with low elite potential. So if he has a good year, he could definitely, you know, continue to grow. Offered them Rene, 1 year left here at $7 million. Good chance he just wants to go to free agency. If we're not going to make the playoffs, definitely don't want to lose him for nothing. His role is still elite goalie, so he could, you know, still be good, but don't want to take the chance. We're taking 50% here just to hopefully increase his value. Maybe Arizona adds somebody at the trade deadline. Their record's not too bad. So we'll see what they say. This trade looks pretty even. Here you go. Trade rejected. Okay, maybe we can add something small here to get Galchenyuk. So I see they also want Craig Smith. 82 overall, making 4.2 is honestly kind of expensive. If we can flip Smith and Rene into Galchenyuk, I think it's worth it. The value's a bit on our side now too, so maybe they say yes. Okay, so we're calling up Grossenhick. There we go. I actually kind of wanted to get rid of Smith's contract anyway, so I feel like that was a solid trade for us. Alright guys, next year trying to make a trade with Colorado, offering them Johansson for Barry. Johansson's a good player, but making $8 million as an 85 overall center is definitely an overpayment. And then Barry here is a very good offensive defenseman. 85 overall, making 5.5 is not too bad. And obviously, you're probably thinking, Barry is very similar to Ellis. Well, yeah, I plan on trading Ellis if we get this to go through, as Ellis is an 84, so one blow. And he'll be making 6.2 after this year with his extension. So basically just trying to make a better team that costs less with these moves. The value is pretty equal even though Barry's on the block. So there's a chance they say yes here. We'll see what they say. Trade rejected. So I'm wondering if maybe we can actually get Grubauer back in this trade and then add something small, as we no longer have Rene. So if we have Grubauer and Saros, that could be a pretty solid tandem. Hopefully it doesn't cost us too much. And they're actually interested in Ellis, so I wonder what this would look like. Okay, the value's definitely on our side. Maybe we can get back one of their first round picks if one of them doesn't have too much value. Their pick doesn't have too much value. That looks to be a pretty fair trade to me. So Johansson and Ellis for Barry, Grubauer, and a 2019 first. Alright, here we go. Trade rejected. I thought that was pretty fair. Alright guys, so I didn't feel like giving up any higher picks to try and get there first. So instead I'm going to try and get the second rounder in 2019, which is on the block, which should make it even easier to get, along with JT Comfort. Just a very solid depth forward. 23 years old, 78 overall, medium top 9. Plus he played for Michigan, so I wouldn't mind bringing him back. The value looks really equal. We'll see what they say here. Trades rejected still. Okay, I guess we don't have to have Comfort. At this point, it's basically like we're upgrading Barry, and then Ellis for Barry, like, obviously Barry's better. Then Johansson we're trading for Grubauer in a second, but Johansson's kind of a cap dump even at $8 million for an 85. So I feel like the trade's really not too bad. Let's see what they say at this point. Trade's accepted. We're calling up Tolvanen. Okay, that is a big-time trade. Hopefully it pays off. Alright guys, this is insane. Kind of like when Arizona had Clayton Keller on the block. Vancouver has Brock Besser on the trading block. No idea why. 22 years old, 87 overall, medium elite potential. You can see there he's making $925K. Last year's entry-level deal. They already have him extended. It's not too bad of a salary. Show you guys here. Second most valuable player there behind Peterson is an 88. Geez. So they got him valued there, so they got him extended there at $7.6 million. I'm offering them Nick Bonino, who they want for some reason. This is actually a cap dump. 80 overall, I'm making $4 million. Like an 80 overall, should be making $2 million max. So already that's like $3 million away from Besser. Dan Hamhuis at 1.25. He's old. Probably gonna start getting worse. He's 36. So now that's like just an extra $2 million for Besser. But the big piece here, the 2019 first. Obviously, very good chance we could win Jack Hughes again. It happened in our Montreal Cup or bust. I hope it doesn't happen again. It's a lot to give up, but like with a Nashville team like this, we're ready to compete. Unless we get Jack Hughes, all those other guys are going to take a while to get good enough to play. Even Peyton Krebs, who grew so fast for us, he still won't be ready till year 3. And Besser is already that good, could be like even better by then. So it's a big trade. It's a risky trade. Hopefully it'll pay off for us. We'll see what Vancouver says. And we're calling up Vieto, so trade's going through. Not too bad. We could make one more trade, but I think that's enough. We also still have Tolvanen. Hopefully we can hit with one of those late picks. Team's definitely looking different now. I think it's better. Obviously, we'll see what happens next year, but I'm excited for the changes. After the trade deadline, guys, here's an updated look at the team. Forsberg, Turris, and Besser is now the first line. Arvidsson, Galchenyuk, and Neal is the second. We actually called up Tolvanen here. He was crushing the AHL, as you can see there. 58 points, 56 games. So kind of feel bad. He probably had a good shot at the AHL title, but his role is now a third-line scorer. So I think for his growth to continue, playing the last month and a half in the NHL, then we'll send him down for the AHL playoffs. He's on a line there with Ceason and Fiala. Then we got Hartman, Camilleri, and Yarncroc on the fourth line. I didn't even realize Camilleri's actually got really good faceoffs at 80. I don't think he's ever even played center. Maybe I'm wrong. Defense here, Yossi, Subban, Barry, Ekholm, Irwin, Vieto. So, I mean, the team obviously is looking different now. Goalies there, we have Grubauer and Saros. Hopefully just one can become good. Grubauer's 27, but if he plays well here, he could grow over the summer. Saros definitely could grow over the summer. Obviously, the two, there's me free agents and stuff, but team's looking different. It wasn't working before. Hopefully, you know, it works now. Actually, guys, we can make one more trade, so I'm going to try trading Brickley here to Carolina for a 5th. 77 overall, 27 years old, so he's done growing. He's in the AHL right now. If we can turn him into a 5th round pick, might as well. And Carolina says no. I mean, if they do a 6th round pick, I would still take it. Probably want their pick. Yeah, they're around 500. And there we go. So 6th round pick. Hopefully we can hit on it. Alright guys, we're now at the end of the regular season here. Finished with a record of 30, 43, and 9. We went around 500 after the deadline, so I think we actually did play better. AHL team 39, 23, and 11. Hopefully is in a playoff spot. So finished last in the division, 69 points. Perfect. Besser their leading scorer, 65 points. So we'll see how everyone else did. Again, going to send Tolvanen down. Hopefully he gets him some play time. If he can grow a lot for us, that would be huge. Forsberg at 64. Turris 54. Subban 54. Barry 51. I mean, 2 50-point defensemen. That's pretty solid. Neal almost put up 50. Stanley Cup, Yossi had 40. So, I mean, Fiala at 27 is definitely not where I want him to be. He did grow in overall by 1, though, so that's not too bad. Take a look at Saros, Grubauer, see their stats. So, yeah, not very many games played. Grubauer, though, 15-8. Saros records, pretty rough. Take a look as well at the AHL team. See if anyone's playing really well. Salamaki had 50. Goudreau, 49. Actually, I wanted to see Tolvanen. How many points did he have after we called him up? 7 points in 8 games. Isn't too bad. Hopefully, just like I was saying, tears up the AHL playoffs. And looking at the leading scorers now for the entire league, McDavid there, 87 points. Tied with Crosby. 87 is pretty fitting. OV 86. Hall 84. Kind of a lower scoring year, but, you know, it is the names you'd expect. So we'll see where we finish in the league. I already forget how many points. Oh, yeah, we had 69 points. I don't know how I forgot that. So we're probably pretty close to last, if not last. As long as we don't get Jack Hughes, though. That's really all I'm concerned about, especially after making that trade. But, I mean, Brock Besser is sick. Colorado missed the playoffs, so their second-round pick's going to be a bit higher. That's nice. And we did finish last there by 1 point behind the Canucks. So they're going to have 2 very high first-round picks, potentially. Vegas, Carolina, New York, Buffalo. Okay, so hopefully trading a lottery first-round pick doesn't screw us again. I guess we'll have to do the AHL playoffs first, and then we'll find out. Assuming AHL team's in the playoffs, and they are. Okay, they got the 3rd spot. And the first round of the AHL playoffs, guys, we're actually matched up with the Griffins. So 5-game series here. Let's see how the team does. OT loss, another loss, OT win. All right, so unfortunately, first round exit there. I thought Tolvanen could maybe like carry them to a Calder Cup, but that's all right. And check this out, guys. Here are the draft lottery results. When they first popped up, I was so scared. I seen Vancouver was picking first overall. Luckily, though, that's their own pick. Our pick actually didn't win any of the 3 lotteries. It's the 4th pick. Still, though, that could have got us Bowen Byram, Peyton Krebs, like a very good player. I think, though, in a cover bust where you have a 3-year span, Brock Besser is still better than that. Jack Hughes, I honestly forget how well he grows, but Vancouver finally won the draft lottery, and they have the 4th pick as well. And then Colorado there only gets 12 via Ottawa, so Ottawa fans can have a sigh of relief. So we're going to view the draft class here. Just about a week here before the draft. Obviously, Jack Hughes is first. I don't know who this guy is. Perez, Hogan. I wish they wouldn't add random dudes, especially to the 2018 draft. Or, sorry, 2019 draft. Like, there's already so many good prospects. They don't need to add these creative prospects. Like, it kind of just dilutes it, makes it more unrealistic. Sometimes they add them, sometimes they don't. All 3 of these guys are medium elites. So this draft is actually stacked. Like, geez, looking at it here, Peyton Krebs might not go till like 10. That's a little, I don't like that, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. There's a couple gems though. 73 and 100. So we'll see if we can grab both of them. And we'll definitely avoid this Sunkfist guy. Also, as you guys can see here, the Florida Panthers are your Stanley Cup champions. I was pretty surprised, honestly, when I saw that. We'll take a quick look here at the playoff tree. So Florida beat Montreal. I'm surprised to see Montreal there too. In 5 games, Boston in 5, Pittsburgh in 5. Never had more than 1 loss in the East, but then they went 7 games with the St. Louis Blues. So, I mean, congrats to Florida. You don't usually see them winning the Cup here. So definitely a strange year. Washington, though, gets the President's Trophy. 3rd time in 4 years. Let's see. Player awards. McDavid with the Art Ross. 3rd straight year. Rask got the Hart. Wow, he must have had an insane year. I don't know if I've ever seen a goalie win the Hart in the NHL 19 franchise sim. Hedman, back-to-back James Norris. Lady Bean goes to Kessel. Peterson, Calder. Luongo got the Conn Smythe. Vezina obviously went to Rask. Same with William M. Jennings, so he must have just had a career year. To Kaiser there, Bill Masterson. Selke goes to O'Reilly. Ted Lindsay goes to Rask. Ovechkin then Maurice Richard. So let's check the AHL awards now. Maybe our team won one. I don't think we got like the division or anything. Yeah, we did not. Player awards though. Boucher most points. Unfortunately, Tolvanen did not get it. Also got MVP. I thought maybe Tolvanen could have got it. Most goals goes to Krasov. Maybe he'll get the rookie. Nope, it goes to Troy Terry. I thought like Tolvanen had some pretty sick stats. Liljegren there, best defenseman. Coro, best goalie. Hammond got the MVP. Boucher, sportsmanship. This dude, community involvement. And, okay, so I feel like Tolvanen got robbed. I forget his final stats. He actually played like 3 more AHL games after we sent him down. As you can see here, he finished with 60 points in 59 AHL games. I feel like it's pretty solid. And we're gonna have to draft here, guys. We don't have a first round pick, unfortunately, but we do have Brock Besser, so I feel like we'll take that. Just gonna send our pick here. It's pick 15 in the second round. Hopefully, we can find a steal. So Jack Hughes goes first overall there. 80 overall to the draft, highly potential. Random there, 81 medium elite. See, I don't like that. 78 medium elite. Getzlav 80 medium elite. Like I don't know why they're adding them in 2018. I don't like them in 2019, let alone the 2018 draft. Kako at 5, Byram 6, Gregoire 7. Edmonton kind of messed up there at 65. How Peyton Krebs at 10 is a steal for Detroit. Same with Dotch at 11. Cousins. Oh, I forgot to update Cousins. I know in mine before I boosted him back up to medium elite because he's actually right now I think like the 2nd rated prospect, so he should not be going 13. That's my bad. Also, he's a center, not a winger. Or he plays both, but make him a center. Caulfield there at 14. But yeah, Suzuki, definitely a weird draft there. So let's see who's available to us. Hopefully somebody decent. There's this defenseman from Poland here. Guaranteed low elite. That's not too bad. Pick 46. I think our gem was like a 70-something, the highest ranked one. 46. It's a bit of a reach, especially, yeah, he's guaranteed low top 6. I'd rather probably take a chance on the defenseman there. Just going to check the other potentials, make sure there's no one that's like guaranteed medium elite. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. This goalie's guaranteed medium franchise. Or are you kidding me? This Swedish dude here is guaranteed medium elite. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they're both supposed to go later. 46. Like, we're definitely reaching here, but I do not want to chance a medium franchise goalie. I have yet to pick a franchise player of the draft. Mid-second round pick, Ramsey. This is our reach, but who cares when it's a franchise player? 48 overall franchise potential. That's insane. So I don't think he'll ever be good enough for us to use in this franchise, but he'll definitely have a ton of trade value. Can bring back some amazing piece. So our next pick, I don't know if we have a 3rd rounder. I don't think we do, so I might actually try and trade for one to get that medium elite guy as well. So this Halverson dude is ranked 105. He should still be there with our next pick in the 3rd round. I'm gonna risk it. It's super risky for a medium elite. I really hope he's still there. Like, he's ranked 105. Oh shit, our pick's 93. So I did not do math right. And he's still there. Oh my god. I thought for sure he'd be gone. There's also this Heikelin guy, low elite 175. Man, our scouts did so well this time. And then the Honka guy there. We have a couple 4th round picks, so hopefully we can grab both of them. Right now though, Halverson. Oh, we actually have the next pick. We have back-to-back picks. That's sick. And let's see here. 49 overall in the draft, but medium elite potential. So we didn't have a 1st round pick, and we still, I think, got the highest potential player in the draft with that goalie, so definitely cannot complain. Very happy so far. And then we followed it out with a medium elite guy. So we have that low elite, and then there's the gem. So I guess we'll take... Do we take the gem? Yeah, the gem's ranked higher than the low elite, so we'll take him here. Maybe he's even got better potential. Low top 4. Okay, I mean, he's considered a gem, so we're trusting our scouts there. He had a face too, so I figured he probably wasn't medium elite. I would have known about that. I thought maybe, though, he was low elite. So now we'll go take the guy that's guaranteed low elite. He is still there. Heikala. So, yeah, this has been a very good draft so far. And we now have the 1st pick here in round number 5. I should have realized we had the 1st pick since we finished last in the league. So we could take a chance on a medium top 6 or guaranteed low top 9. I feel like you take the chance on a medium top 6 in that case, especially with how our draft's been going. There's a center and a winger. Center's quite higher ranked. There's also Popov there. He's usually like a really high prospect. Do we take him? Or I guess we don't have to take him yet, but there's a guy named Popov who usually like goes really high in the draft. That's not who I actually wanted. I wanted to take Mayerov here. And medium top 6, there we go. 5th round pick. That's actually kind of a steal. So this draft's going so well. Like, the amount of prospects we're bringing in here. We'll check here, see who else is left. All right, so I think I'm going to take this Jekimov's guy with the next pick. And then I'm not sure. I think we have a 7th round pick. But there's actually a couple guys left I'd like to try and take a chance on. He's actually a medium bottom 6, though. So that sucks. And I just checked, guys. We have one more 6th round pick and a 7th. So I'm hoping... oh, wow. The next pick was number 4. Didn't even realize. So hopefully the guy that... There was like a small chance of being medium elites available. And maybe we get lucky. And then also the Popov guy. So I guess we'll take Pierce here. Because Popov's ranked 300. And I believe they more or less go by those rankings. Actually, Pierce has a face. So I would know if he's medium elite. So we'll just take Popov here. It's a bit of a reach. And it kind of pays off. Low top 6 in the 6th round is really not that bad. This draft's been kind of insane. I still can't believe that goalie pick. I'm so glad like we just happened to check. So last pick here. I'm not going to go by the rankings. Like, it's been just so much better just going by kind of who our scouts recommending. Wilson, no. We need to find like a created player. There's a better chance of him. So Arbuzov, Russian. Let's do it. Let's just take the chance here. And low top 6. Again, for a 7th round pick, that's pretty solid. This draft went insane. Like, I mean, we could have had like the 4th overall pick or whatever, but who cares? We have Brock Besser and a medium franchise goalie and a medium elite prospect still. Like, that's nuts. So we're now at the resign phase here, guys. As you can see, we have $11.5 million in cap space. I don't think too many people need re-signed. So Tursk, Galchenyuk locked up. I'm hoping Galchenyuk can grow a bit over the summer. Season's a 77. That's an AHL player, and he wants NHL money, so I'm just going to let him go, honestly. Not worth keeping. So we're going to need a 3rd and 4th line center by the looks of it. The rest of the guys are just kind of all AHL. Left wings here. Fiala needs a new deal. Okay, so he's going to want a bit of money. He's only an 82. 3.6 for 4 years is a little bit rich for me. 1 year doesn't really get cheaper at all, though. I guess we'll just do 3 years, save 300K. See if he'll do 3x3. I feel like that's pretty fair for him, considering he's an 82. Other than that, it's pretty much AHL guys. Kim Layer here doesn't want an extension, but he's a 77, so wouldn't have been extending him anyways. Right wingers here, Besser's locked up. Now an 88 overall, that's awesome. Arvidsson, Neal, Yarncrux, the whole right side's good. Is Forsberg an 87? Still he is. So, I mean, the forwards, we got a solid top line. Subban, Yossi, Barry's down 86. Subban went up to an 89. Ekholm. Irwin's decent for a bottom pair. Bieto's only at 76 now, so I'm going to be letting him go, especially since he doesn't want an extension. We'll have to find like a good 5th defenseman. And then goalies here, Grubauer and Saros are both locked up. So we actually do have some money here to spend for agency. Obviously, you have to spend it wisely. Ramsey, I still can't believe that. Medium franchise. Like, unless I don't know how fast a franchise guy would grow, but like he is going to be a huge trade piece if we want him. Also, Halvardson here. We're going to be able to make some sick trades with those guys. So Fiala rejected our offer, guys. I went back and offered him an extra couple $100K plus gave him the 4th year, which is why he said he rejected. And I didn't even realize too, Hartman needs a new deal. He dropped though from a 79 to a 77. Wants $1 million for 1 year. I mean, I'll give him 900K, see if he can get back to a 77, in which case it's actually a really good contract. Alright guys, so everybody's signed, and when I went to back out, it said that unsigned players are going to become available via free agency, which should not happen. Like, they should be my players for the next 2 years, but I'm worried there's going to be something wrong. So I'm going to make an offer here on Ramsey, our franchise goalie, which kind of sucks, because then you can only sign one goalie to be the AHL starter. Alright guys, so we're at the free agency period. As you can see, our players we didn't offer contracts on are still on the team. I think maybe that was like a pop-up that comes up no matter what, saying unsigned players go to free agency. I thought it was saying like you're unsigned, like players don't have a contract, go to free agency. Maybe I read it wrong. I was just a little worried there. Like, I did not want to lose our medium franchise goalie for nothing. I don't think that pop-up happened before. Panarin here is available. We could afford him as well, but I really don't know if we need a winger. If anything, we would want to add Matt Duchene. Like, that would actually be a lot better. We could then have Turris, Galchenyuk as our 3 centers. Like, that'd be pretty solid. I feel like we're definitely already good enough on the wings. Same with defense. I think there was rumors about Duchene going to Nashville too. Chara wouldn't be a bad ad either. We're like just short a bit of money though. We need like 1.3 more. Myers there, 4.5. I said how we wanted like a 5th defenseman. So I mean, 83 is kind of high rated. Petrovic's probably more in our price range. Schuster. Cronwell's pretty old there, but definitely want to try and add Matt Duchene. He'd probably honestly be our first line center. I'm gonna offer him the $6 million for 6 years. See what he says. Again, I think we have enough wing depth, especially with Tolvanen coming up. Don't really need to sign one of these guys. They all seem kind of expensive as well for the overall. Or actually, Zuccarello, 100k more than Nyquist, 3 overall higher. That is a steal. And right here, like the 3 defensemen we have to choose, starting to be our 5th guy. McQuaid's the cheapest at 2.6. He's also the oldest. Petrovic's the most expensive because he's the youngest. But Schuster here, 28, 6'7". I feel like just having a giant back there could definitely be beneficial, especially for the penalty kills. So I'll offer him a contract. I think the most we can actually offer him... it should actually let us do this because I think some other stuff will happen. So I don't know. I don't really want to pay him too much. 2.9 we'll try for 3 years. If not, we'll get somebody else. It's okay. So 2A players, we'll see if there's any like really good potential players here. We actually have a ton of roster spots. You can see 14 available. End Whistle, 1966. Might as well make an offer on if we can get him for free. Obviously, it's a big plus. Same goes for Soderlin here. Olsen, 2068. That's pretty solid as well. Audette, for whatever reason, is always available. And he's always like a solid AHL player. Sometimes can even turn like a 4th line forward. Wenlin, 2057. I mean, he's got time still to grow. I feel like that's not too bad, especially since we have so many roster spots. Josh Jacobs guy, 2373. Medium top 6. Currently an RFA with New Jersey. I don't know why they wouldn't match this, but might as well try and take it. Same goes for Bergman here on the Senators. If they're not willing to match the max 2A deal, then, I mean, they don't deserve to have him. Englund here, 23 years old, 72 overall, low top 6. It's actually like a very good AHL defenseman. Could maybe turn into a bottom pair guy for us. Kirby Reichel, 2475. I'm going to sign just because I'm a Spitz fan. Probably, I mean, his ceiling, I guess, at this point is a 4th line forward. Doesn't look like there's really anyone else here. Actually, Paul Bittner here, 22, 70 overall. It's not too bad. Again, just because we have so many contract spots, it's like, I'm going to make them all offers. Same goes for Ryan McGinnis. He's actually a year older than the other guy, but, I mean, his dad's a legend, so we'll give him an offer. Oh, he actually could get matched. Probably does. And we'll check goalies here, too. Need an AHL starter and an AHL backup. Scott, 2074, low fringe starter. That's probably our AHL starter, so we'll give him the max contract offer there. So McGinnis rejected our offer, signed with Columbus. Audette accepted, though, so that's good. Same with Entwistle, Olsen, Soderlin, bunch of these guys. So AHL team should definitely just get an upgrade. Same with just, you know, hopefully prospect becomes good. Schuster, though, rejected. Went with New Jersey. Didn't offer enough money. Englund accepts. Bergman as of now. Same with Jacobs, Bittner, Reichel, Scott. So we have our AHL starting goalie. Haven't heard back from Duchene yet. Definitely going to go make an offer on either McQuaid or Petrovic now. Chara's still there. I would like Chara, but I feel like he's probably too good to be a 5th defenseman, honestly. Bouwmeester there is a bit too much money for us. Oh, wow. The other 2 are gone. So we might have to go after Bouwmeester if possible. Or Nathan Beaulieu wouldn't be too bad. 79 overall, so he actually has a year left to grow. He could become an 80 or an 81. So I'm not sure how I'm sorted, guys. I just realized Hainsey's an 80 below Beaulieu. So I'm going to resort it here. And maybe one of the 81s is actually still available. Okay, so they're not. But Juice is here. He's better than Beaulieu. Couple years younger, an overall higher, and he wants less money. Now he's an RFA, so we'd have to give up something. 1.29 or 1.9 would be a 3rd round pick, though. That's not bad at all. I would definitely do that for Juice. So we'll give him that offer. If he accepts it and Washington's only to match, it's a bit of a steal, I think. And check this out, guys. Matt Duchene accepted our offer. Honestly, I thought we might not have given him enough, but apparently we did. So if we can get him and Juice, that'd be solid. Now have very good center depth. I think we actually still need a 4th line center, so I'll probably try and go find like a 78 or something that wants less than $1 million. And as you can see here, Juice said he accepted our offer, but the Washington Capitals logo is behind him, so I think that means that they matched. I'm not sure. The other 2 RFAs we made offers on, both their teams matched, Bergman and the other guy. And I was thinking about it too. I think we actually have a 4th line center. We can either move Yarncroc there or possibly Hartman could play center as well. So I don't think we need to sign a guy. We're probably actually good in that regard. And let's see here. The Capitals. Oh, no, they didn't match. So I guess maybe it just shows the logo now of the team he's on. So give a 3rd round pick. We got Juice. I feel like that's a very good move for us. Honestly, I think the team's good now. I'm going to go check the contracts, but probably good to start next season. And hopefully get off to a better start this time. So check this out, guys. We have an 83 overall starting goalie in Grubauer, and our team status is still champion just because of how good our forwards and defense are. Had a ton of growth over the summer. So first line here, 89 Philip Forsberg. I mean, that's insane. Galchenyuk's in 86 now. Besser's in 89 as well. We have Arvidsson, Duchesne, and Tolvanen on the second. Tolvanen's now in 87. Fiala, Turris, and Niels on the third line. And then Baptiste, who's now 79, with Yarncroc and Salamaki on the fourth. Also, one kind of cool thing, all three of our first centers were drafted third overall. So you got Galchenyuk there, Matt Duchesne, and then Kyle Turris. So 2007, 2009, and I think 2012, all third overall picks. Thought that was just kind of interesting. Defense here, Yossi Subban, Barry Ekholm, and then Juice and Irwin. So pretty solid defense as well. And then like I was saying, Grubauer here is an 83. Saros is actually an 82 now. So he did go up by 1. Pretty good tandem. Hopefully they split most of the games. And then quick look there at the power play. It's a pretty deadly power play. Like even our power play too. I mean, you got Barry, Yossi, Arvidsson, Duchesne, Turris. Like the team's got some depth. Hopefully it's a better start this year than last. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, so I just in the middle of November. As you can see, much better start than last year. Currently 11-7. Just hoping that we can keep this up. Just got a pretty interesting offer from the Carolina Hurricanes. Want to give us Adam Fox and a 4th for our first round pick in 2020. The goalie we just signed to be our AHL starter. Fox is like really solid. Let's see what his rating is. 77 overall, medium top 4. The thing is though, like I'd rather have a more NHL ready player for the first round pick. Just thought I'd share that though, because I don't usually see like Carolina offering up Adam Fox. And this here's a pretty good offer too. I just want to give us Bailey for our first Honka prospect and Wendland. Like I was saying though, our forward depth's already so good. If anything, we would get like a better 6th defenseman or a better goalie. So don't think I'm going to be doing that. If we're doing anything at the deadline, yeah, we're definitely just adding a better bomb D pair. So we have like everyone's 80 plus, or trading one of our current goalies for like a true starter, Kulikov. I think he'd actually be better than our 6th defenseman, but not at 4.3 million. No reason to do that. Another pretty good offer here. Rangers want to give us Kreider and a 3rd for our 1st, a 4th, and Scott. But again, we have too much forward depth to give up the 1st for that. Definitely going to save it for a bigger trade. So we're at the trade deadline here, guys. As you can see, team continued to play well. 37, 21-6 record. I'm happy for this. If we were bad again, I don't even know what I would have done. AHL team also isn't too bad. 32, 17-5. You know, they lost some players, so should be in a playoff spot right now. And we are 2nd place in the Central. We're actually only 1 win behind Minnesota there for the lead. Brock Besser, almost a point per game, 59-64. And like I was saying, I feel like the forward depth's really good. Maybe you could add a player or two to the 4th line. That's about it, though. And defense, maybe a bottom pair guy. Starting goalie would definitely be like the #1 thing we want, but they're not always on the trade block, so they're going to be tough to trade for. We'll see what's out there, but definitely not going to be getting too crazy, I think, this trade deadline. So like I was saying, guys, the #1 thing we needed was a goalie. Trying to get Corey Crawford here from Chicago. They're in our division. They actually have a good record right now. It's going to be tough to get them to trade Crawford to us. He's 89 overall, though. He's pretty much exactly what we need. And he's on an expiring deal, so I think maybe that would let them trade him. Going to offer them Grubauer, 83 overall, making a bit more money than Saros, and he's older. Main reason why. Saros makes more sense to be the backup. Honka, low top 4D potential. Popov, low top 6D potential. So the value's about equal there. We'll see what they say. I probably have to add to this, but you never know. Yeah, so trade rejected. I kind of figured that. Maybe if we add, like, I don't know, a 2nd round pick or something, they'd say yes. So they're interested in a 2021 2nd round pick. At this point, the value's definitely on our side. Let's see what they say. Trade rejected still. Okay, I'm going to see if maybe we can do like some prospect they really like. Alright guys, I'm going to try trading them Mayarov here. 18, 55 overall. Medium top 6. I'm going to take back Popov though, just because I think that'd be too much otherwise. So, value is so far on our side. But I mean, they are a playoff team. They probably don't want to trade their goalie unless it's a great deal. Maybe this is enough to make them say yes. And it's not. So I feel like I'm not willing to trade more than that for Crawford. On top of starting goaltender, guys, one of the things I was trying to add was a better defenseman. So Chara definitely fits that bill. Even at 42 years old, still 85 overall. He would actually go in our top 4. Ekholm would be on the bottom pair with Juice. So I mean, our defense at this point would be insane. Offering them a really good prospect here, Mayarov. Medium top 6 potential. But he's our 5th round pick, so we got really lucky getting him. He's going to take a while to grow too. So I'm willing to trade him for Chara, give us a run here at the Stanley Cup. I think the value is about equal. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. So there we go. It's a big time trade for us. So top of adding a defenseman, guys, wanted to get someone for our fourth line. Trying to get fast here from the Rangers. On the block, 80 overall, not that much value. So only offering pop-up here, low top 6 with a 7th. Barely giving up anything. If they say yes, I think it's a very good trade for us. And they say no, so we could just bump up this pick from a 7th. Could try like a 5th. Maybe they do the 5th round pick. Still, they're saying no. I feel like that value is pretty fair. Okay, we'll try a 3rd in 2021. Hopefully this is enough here. There we go, okay. Alright guys, I'm going to try and make another trade for a goalie here. Wanted to get Luongo from Florida. They're also crushing it. 37, 19, and 8. Won the Cup last year. Having a very good year again. 40 years old, but still an 86, so he is an upgrade. Offering them Grubauer, just because Saros is younger, only 1 overall less. Honka here, low top 4D potential. I'm probably not willing to give up more than this, so if they say no, I think we'll just be done for the deadline. We got a couple big ads already. We'll see what Florida says. The value's on our side. Trade rejected, yes. I don't think I'm going to offer anything more than that. Hopefully the 2 goals we have right now are good enough to, you know, make that Stanley Cup run. Alright guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. First line hasn't changed. I think they're all the same ratings. Second line though, Tolvanen's now an 89, so 389 overall wingers, and Forsberg, Besser, Tolvanen, pretty sick. Fiala, Duchesne, and Neal still the 3rd, and then the 4th line's now Baptiste, Yarncroc, and Fast. Defense here is insane, so Yossi, Subban's the top pair. Barry and Chara's the 2nd pair. That's better than Ellis and Ekholm, and then on the 3rd pair you still have Ekholm paired up with Juice. Like, the D's unreal. The only, you know, worrisome part about this team is definitely the goaltending, Grubauer and Saros, but if they can hold their own, I think this team is good enough to win a Stanley Cup. Let's see if they can do it. And we're at the end of the season, guys. Finished with a record of 49, 25, and 8. 1 win shy of 50. Actually had like a 9-game win streak here in in March, which definitely, you know, helped us here with the playoff run. AHL team there, 38, 27, and 6. So they should also be in the playoffs. Check here to see where we are in the standings. 2nd place, finished 1 win behind Minnesota. That's where we were at the deadline as well. But still, we're in the playoffs. We can be happy. Besser there, 73 points, 82 games. Not too bad at all. I'm assuming him, Forsberg, Tolvanen all had great years. So Forsberg there, 67. Tolvanen actually only had 41, even though he grew to an 89. I can see him down there. Yossi put up 60 this year as a D-man. Geez, last year he had less than Subban and Barry. Galchenyuk, 57 is really good. Turris, 53. Duchesne. So we had 3 centers all have like 50 points essentially. Pretty much 2 D-man there with 50 points as well. Tolvanen, I'm surprised he grew that much, only putting up 40 points. Plus, he was 2nd line wing, 1st line power play. I thought he might be able to get 50. Barry, 35. So, I mean, this team definitely has the depth. Let's see how the goalies are doing here. So, Grubauer played most of the games. Pretty good record. Save percentage isn't too bad. Goals against could be a little lower, but still not that bad. We'll take a look here at the entire league, see what the leading score was. I feel like Besser, 73 points, probably isn't even good enough for the first page, but you never know. Yeah, it's not. So Jamie Benn, he wins Art Ross actually quite a bit in this. Patty Kane right behind him. Kopitar even having a big year. Radulov, Sagan and Radulov. So yeah, that first line in Dallas just went off. I guess that's why Dallas does so well in the sim. Just the first line there carries. So we'll see here too where we are in the standings. 2nd place in the Central is not too bad. Central looks to have done really well. And yeah, we finished 3rd in the entire league. Washington there wins the President's Trophy. Let's see where Detroit and all the teams that's usually at the bottom finished. New York, 19th place in the NHL, makes the playoffs. That's insane. Let's see here. Last place team is the Carolina Hurricanes. Kind of nuts. Ottawa one above them. Detroit there. Edmonton. Edmonton seems to always do bad too, just like Detroit. But Detroit's usually the worst. Ottawa's also usually pretty bad. Same with like Vancouver, Rangers, Islanders. So in the first round, guys, we're up against the Chicago Blackhawks. Should be a good series. They got Saad, Taze, Kane on the first line. Schmaltz, DeBrincat, and Cahoon on the second. Hayden and Nisimov, Connolly on the third with Kampf, Andreoff, and Sissons on the fourth. So, I mean, outside of Patrick Kane, pretty much our entire forward group's better than theirs. Defense, they have Keith, and that's about it. Their defense is very rough, especially compared to ours. Now, in goal, of course, they have Crawford. He's actually already dropped one, though. It was an 89, now an 88. So they definitely have us, you know, beaten the goaltending position, but I still think, like, the rest of our team being so much better should kind of be the difference maker. So we'll go see what happens here. First time in the playoffs. I still can't believe we didn't make the playoffs last year. That's all right. If we can make it up, you know, make up for this run, then I'll be happy. So See what happens here. We have home ice advantage. Win the first game and the second. 7-5. That's a big game too. Okay, win the game 3 and game 4 here in Chicago. Can we sweep them? We sweep the Chicago Blackhawks. There we go. Not a bad start. And in the second round, guys, we're up against the Minnesota Wild. They got Zucker, Stahl, Niederreiter on the first line. Kaprizov, Granlund, Parise on the second. Foligno, Koivu, Brown, Kunin, Coyle, Eriksson, Ek. Doesn't look like they traded a single player. Also, they have very good forward depth, but they don't really have any all-stars. Like, we have Forsberg, we have Besser, we have Tolvanen. And then even after that, we still have, like, Chenek who's an 86, a bunch of mid-80s like them. So, hopefully our all-stars can be the difference maker at forward. Defense, top pair there is really solid. Suter and Dumba, Spurgeon, Brodin, Beaulieu, and Paterno. So, our defense, our top pair is better, our second pair is better, our bottom pair is better, although they do have a good decor as well. And then, of course, Dubnyk in net, 86. So, again, another team with a better goalie, but the rest of our team is better. Also, I was kind of ripping on Tolvanen, only had 40 points in the regular season. 8 points so far through 4 games in the playoffs, so he's tearing it up right now. Hopefully, he can keep that going here against the Minnesota Wild. Do we have home ice advantage? We do not, so it's going to be a tougher series. Swept Chicago. Let's see how we do here against the Wild. Lose the first one. That's okay. We lost the second, so we need to bounce back here. AHL team won their series. Come on. Accidentally stopped simulation. All right, here we go. I feel like our team's better. We just got to show it here. OT loss. And there we go. Win, win, win. No way. Pull it off. Pull off the reverse sweep. Come on. There we go. Are you kidding me? That is insane. Down 3-0. We just kept getting better and better. Our first 2 games were both 5-2 losses in Minnesota. OT loss at home, then 2-0 win, 4-3 win, 4-2 win, 3-2 win. That is insane. We got the Dallas Stars now in the conference final. I think they were last year's Western Conference champions. Tolvanen is just going off. 18 points in 11 games. We'll take a look at Dallas's lines. I'm assuming they're pretty much what we expect them to be. If we can shut down that first line, like basically just have Subban and Yossi out there every time Radulov, Seguin, and Benner out there, we should be good. So yeah, that's the first line. Nichushkin, Shore, and Janmark. Okay. Their second line is about on par with our fourth. Their third line's worse than our fourth. Their fourth line's like an AHL line. So they still don't really have depth at forward. Defense, though, is obviously pretty solid there. They signed Myers. Heiskanen's now in 83. So they really haven't made many moves. The Bishop's in 85, so he's not too much better, although he is much bigger there, 6'7". I like our team, though. Like, honestly, I think we have just as good a chance to beat Dallas as we did to beat Chicago, to beat Minnesota. So here we go, guys. Conference final. Dallas Stars is a tough opponent. 3 of the league's like top 10 scorers. Can we beat them? We lose the first one. We win the second, though. And the third. Okay, that's what we needed. Got that momentum. Look at scouting stuff in June. Win the... Oh, look at that. Lost the first game, and then the next 4 straight we win. It's like once we catch fire. Actually, I just realized as soon as we win a game in the playoffs, we don't lose until the series is over. We swept the first series, reverse swept the second, and then won the third and 5 after losing the first, winning the next 4 straight. Also, we have Florida here in the Stanley Cup final now. Last year's Stanley Cup champions. No idea how Florida's doing so well. Accidentally sent that first game, 3-0 loss, but that's okay. We can win 4-6, I'm sure of it. Tolvanen's still our leading scorer, 21 points. Let's see this Florida team. I don't know if they've maybe made a big trade or something. Usually Florida's not this good in the franchise sim, so let's take a look here. They made a trade for Zuccarello, which makes their top 6 even better with Huberdeau and Barkov, Dadonov, Trocheck, and Hoffman, Mammon, Bukestad, Tippett. Now he's only an 81. Brouwer, Malgin, Martinuk. So I mean, our forwards are a lot better. They have Barkov, but we have 389s. We have more center depth. Our others is close though. Our winger depth for sure. Defense, Ekblad's a 90, but I mean, Yaniel's an 83. We got Yossi and Subban. I mean, come on. Our second pair is better. Our bottom pairs also, I'd say better too. Luongo is a little bit better. Our backup's the same. I mean, I like our team better. Like, we have more elite players and like forward and defense, more depth, and our goalies aren't that much worse. So we should be able to win this series, even though we lost that first game. Obviously, too, Stanley Cup final, going to be simming this game by game. Messed up there and simming past that first game. So game number 2, we actually have home ice advantage, I just realized. Hopefully, we can take advantage of that here in Smashville. Come on here. We have less losses than Florida, so we've been having a better playoff run. Here we go. First period. Huberdeau gets the first one. We need to answer back here in the third. There we go. Barry forces this thing to OT. Are you kidding me? Dadonov, the OT winner. Okay, so down by 2. I mean, we've been in a worse situation this playoffs. We were down by 3 to Minnesota. Heading to Florida now. We need to win this next game, though. Down by 2 is one thing. Down by 3. To get 2 reverse sweeps would be incredible, but the chances are very, very slim. So third game here, first period. 2-1. Brouwer, Dadonov for them. Besser for us. They gotta start scoring here. Come on. This is not good. 3-1. And Barkov gets 1. Barry gets 1 for us. So they have a 3-0 series lead now. We pretty much need a miracle here to pull off the reverse sweep again. It could happen, but I'm not holding my breath. Okay. Here we go. I don't like our position, but maybe this team, we just have to win one game, then this team catches fire. We just have to win this game. Nothing in the first. Okay, there we go. Besser and Galchenyuk. I only saw the Florida goal at first. We have a 2-1 lead. Are you kidding me? They force OT. We need to win a game in the Stanley Cup final. Come on, boys. There we go. Tolvanen, the playoff hero. He's not going out without a fight, so we somehow find a way, win game 4 there in overtime. We just got to win the next 3 games straight. I think we had a 9-game winning streak back in February or March. We just got to win 4 games here. We did it already. Come on, let's see if they can pull this off here. This would be one for, like, you know, the history books. Look at that first period. Baptiste, Duchesne, Neal, Trocheck for them. Still the 3-2 lead. Hold on. There we go. Hold on to the 3-2 lead. The boys are catching fire. Momentum's going our way. If we can go into Florida in Game 6 and get the win, we're coming home fired up. Like, there's no way. So this is a huge game. Game number 6 in Florida to tie the series. Come on, boys. Here we go. First period. Open up the scoring. Besser. Second period, we get 2 more. Subban and Besser. 3-0 lead. We are just going off right now. Yarncroc and Tolvanen. 5-0 win. Game number 7's up next. I honestly can't believe this. 3-3 series tied up now. Heading home to Smashville. Stanley Cup on the line. Predators versus Panthers. Here we go. Here we go, boys. First period. Game 7 Stanley Cup final. And we open up the scoring. 2 goals from Galchenyuk. He's fired up. Second period here. Galchenyuk with the hat-trick. Are you kidding me? Galchenyuk with the hat-trick. The dude is just, he's not having it. He is, oh my god. Okay, so increased sim speed, I think. Is it X to... Yeah, okay, there we go. I don't want to mess it up. Galchenyuk with a freaking hat-trick through 2 periods. Just leading this team on his back right now. Game 7. 2 reverse sweeps in 1 series would be insane. If we pull this off, it would mean that after winning a game in the playoffs, we never lost. Like, once we won a game, the series was over. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Minute 15 left. This is a playoff run for the ages. Are you kidding me? Check this out, guys. A little less than a minute to go. The Florida AI here has taken 2 penalties. We have a 5-on-3. It's like they're just hacking away here. Down 3 from Galchenyuk's Hattie. They're pissed. They just took another one. They're so upset. They can't believe they had a 3-0 series lead. And now they're down 3-0 in the minute to go in the third period of Game 7. I'm wondering, too, like, that has to be a first, right? Like, that has to be the first time an NHL team has won the playoffs where every series they won with 4 straight wins. Like, that would be what you'd look up, right? Like, I don't know if anything would come up. If it does, I'll let you guys know. But I feel like this has to be a first. It's just insane. I'm just kind of playing around here. Don't even really care. Second power play unit's out there who's just stacked for a second power play unit. Like, are you kidding me? Yossi, Barry. Like, how is that a second power play? This team is so sick. I hope Tolvanen gets the Conn Smythe too. Like, the kid just went off. Can we get one more here? Arvidsson. Aw, Luongo denies it. But there we go. Nashville Predators are Stanley Cup champs. We've won the Stanley Cup all 3 episodes so far in Cup or Bust as well, which is pretty insane. And this one we did it in year 2 as well. The other 3, of course, took all 3 years. But I can't believe that. Like, weirdest sim ever the first year. Blew the team up, essentially. Changed, like, I think we changed at least half the team. Got rid of Rene. Somehow Grubauer and Saros was enough just to carry us through. And the fact Florida almost went back-to-back, and we ruined it for them. But, I mean, this team was insane. Like, and the playoff run we had, I still can't believe that. Like, I'm talking so much because I just can't, like, understand it. I thought when they were up 3-0, I was like, oh my god. So we're gonna have to go to third year now and just, you know, hope the playoff sim's good to us again, which usually you only get lucky once. Can't believe we pulled this off. Look at this, guys. I'm pretty sure that's Tolvanen. Yep, I was right. Winning the Conn Smythe. 24 points in the playoffs. That's insane. +9. Dude was an absolute beast for us. I feel like he's probably going to be a 90+ next year. I mean, he didn't have that great of a regular season like I was saying, only 40 points, but came alive in the playoffs. That's all you can ask for. And Roman Jossi's going to come get this Stanley Cup. Feels good, that's for sure. I feel like he's got to give it to PK first. I feel like he's got to. Maybe he gives it to Forsberg, or maybe he gives it to, I don't know who he's going to give it to. I'm kind of curious, honestly, but here he is, Roman Josi, the good-looking dude right there, coming to get the Stanley Cup. Knock off Gary Bettman. One of the best contracts in the league as well. 89 overall defenseman, I think he is right now. Maybe 88, making like $4 million. Just incredible. Big reason why we're able to win the Stanley Cup. And here we go, guys. First player to get the cup. Not PK Subban, not Philip Forsberg. Who is that with the cup? Is that... And it's Juice, our bottom pair D signing. I never understand the first guy to get the cup to. Grubauer lifting the cup now. Definitely a big reason, you know, why we won. Came back in that Colorado trade. I was a little worried we wouldn't be able to, you know, win without a elite starting goaltender, but him and Saros got it done for us. And right here's the team pick. The yellow, honestly, it looks pretty good right now with the Stanley Cup, not gonna lie. I was never a big fan of these yellow jerseys, but it looks good here in the Stanley Cup pick. So I can't believe I honestly can't believe 2 reverse sweeps to keep it alive. Got Chenyuk with the Hattie Game 7 Stanley Cup final. Grubauer with the shutout as well. Forsberg there had 2 assists. Just what an incredible year. And the draft lottery results just came in, guys. Carolina picking first overall. So they're going to have Lafreniere and Svechnikov. Not even fair. Edmonton gets Quentin Byfield to pair up with McDavid or just put him on his own line. Detroit there at third. There's a few other guys that are pretty good in 2020, but I'm only really familiar with the first 2. Also, obviously, we're going to take a look at the awards and stuff now. View draft class. We won the Stanley Cup in the second year, so I'm not going to bother with the third. You guys can tell me if you'd like me to do the third year and stuff, but once you win the Stanley Cup, that's the whole goal. It's like the third year doesn't really matter. If we do win the Stanley Cup in the first year, I don't think we've actually ever won the Stanley Cup in the first year, cup or bust. I would then for sure play the second, and then if we don't win in the second, I'd probably end it. But if we win in the second, you got to go for the three-peat at that point, right? Lafreniere, you can see there. Gerard, Santella, yeah, those are all made-up dudes for sure. And then their Byfield's ranked 9, so I didn't know that theirs was a couple overall below. Surprised to see him that low, to be honest, but curious to see the awards here and everything. Also, maybe if Tolvanen is now a 90 after those playoffs. I mean, he had a very, very good run. And quick look at the playoff tree here, guys. Florida beat Toronto actually in the first round in 6. Buffalo in 7. Then New York in 6. I don't know how New York's making the playoffs. Both New York teams did. That's pretty surprising. It took them like 1 year of rebuilding apparently. And I still can't believe that. Like, swept Chicago, reverse sweep Minnesota, 4 straight against Dallas, and then reverse sweep Florida. I still can't get over it. I just keep repeating it because it's insane. Like, that was the craziest playoff sim I think I've ever done. Tolvanen 24 and 23, just a beast. Let's see if he did go up. Still an 89, but who cares? Conn Smythe winner, Stanley Cup champion. Brock Besser had 20. Arvidsson 19. So second line came alive. Turris 18. Subban there at 18 as well. Forsberg 17. Galchenyuk 16. I mean, that's Game 7, that hat trick. Dude's worth every penny that we're paying him. That is for sure. Duchesne had 12. Looks honestly like the whole team was playing well. Curious about Grubauer's stats in the playoffs. So 16 and 5. Record's insane. 4 shutouts. .926, 2.17. Yeah, the dude played well. He got the 1 overall boost there. Doesn't look like Saros ever started a game, but he probably didn't play actually at all. We'll check out awards now too. See what happens. So Stanley Cup, the 1 award that matters. I think that was Nashville's first ever Stanley Cup as well, so that's kind of sick. Their second, Clarence S. Campbell. Player awards here, Jamie Benn, we know, won the Art Ross. He also got the Hart. James Norris went to Brent Burns. Lady Bing went to Kane. Colin White there with the Calder. Tolvanen, of course, Conn Smythe. I feel like he may have even deserved the Calder, I guess. He only had 40 points, never mind. It was the AHL Rookie Trophy I thought he should have got last year. Vezina there to Martin Jones. Holtby got the William M. Jennings. De Kaiser back-to-back Bill Mastersons. The Red Wings are getting 1 award at least. Selke there to Bergeron. Ted Lindsay to Jamie Benn, and the Maurice Richard. So, I mean, the only awards we got were the two that mattered, Stanley Cup, Conn Smythe. Quickly check the AHL here, so Stockton Heat won. I don't think our team won the division or anything. We did not. Player awards, Anderson there, most points and MVP. Most goals, Sturback. He also got outstanding rookie. Nelson, I think was that one of like the creative players in the draft. Nelson there, best defenseman. Onger, best goalie. Richich, Dalcol, sportsmanship. He never really turned out to, like for anything for the Islanders, unfortunately. So that is it for the awards, guys. I can't believe that. Like, there's just no point to do a year 3 after that playoff run. You just can't top that. That's drop the mic moment. Don't have to quick sell either of the PK Subban Hut cards. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. A lot of fun. We definitely, like, yeah, we blew up the team a lot, but it definitely paid off. Like, the first year, for whatever reason, it wasn't working in Nashville. I just realized, too, we got James Neal Stanley Cup because he lost in the finals with Nashville and then with Vegas. He finally gets his cup. Chara gets another one, and apparently is not retiring. 43 years old, still an 85, wants to re-sign, so that's kind of nuts. But yeah, I feel like crazy season, and honestly, I don't think we could have wrote it better if we tried. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. We're getting closer and closer to 100K, but I still need your guys' help, and that's gonna be it, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.